Hey guys, DMS3TV here today with the AKG K553 PRO. The build quality on these is actually extremely impressive. When I think of a Pro headphone, I would hope that the rest would be built close to this, because these things are solid. I mean, there is plastic. It's not like that kind of like SHP 9500 plastic or M40X plastic. This is like that kind of rubberized stuff that feels thicker. It's like right in here, it's right in here. And the rest of these are pretty much almost all metal. And I mean, that means there's metal hinges, there's metal all the way around the rings, there's metal here, 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 the band is metal, all this is metal. These things are built like tanks. I mean, I could imagine you could hurt somebody with these. You could chuck them across the room. I feel like they would be just fine. You could drop these on a daily basis, and I'm sure that they could just take it. So, I mean, I've been extremely impressed with the build. One of the things I like the most, actually, is right here where you adjust the headband. It actually has numbers on here, so you can get the exact same length on each side, which I absolutely love that. That drives me crazy having to sit here and go, like 1, 2, 3, counting my clicks and stuff like that. I actually had these set on 8 on each side for me, and they fit pretty well. I will say that I do wish that this was a little bit thicker on top. I ended up using a pilot pad most of the time that I was using these because this headband is a little bit lacking in padding, but it isn't too bad because these have a little bit of clamp, and the clamp kind of helps seal them on. And the pads actually aren't bad for stock pads. These are relatively comfortable. They're pretty soft. Under the right circumstances, my ears can kind of touch the inside right here where the plastic is, but it's not very often, and it's not very sharp either. So it didn't really bother me too much. These have a bunch of different ways they can articulate. Obviously, they move up and down on either side. These can move forward and backward, and they can actually twist to be completely flat on both sides. So I guess that's if you're a DJ or whatever. But these really, they can articulate pretty well to fit on in a variety of ways. Now these specifically were made in China, designed in Austria. I don't know if you care about that kind of thing, but there you have it. And these say on the side right here, professional studio headphones. When I think of a professional studio headphone, this is exactly what I think of. Something like this, something that is extremely durable and well built. And not only that, reasonably comfortable with a very, very long cable. Unfortunately, not removable. This thing is stuck on here. So downside there. Terminated to 3.5 with a screw-off 1/4-inch adapter, which actually looks very nice, I will say. It looks great. And this is a decent cable. Over time, I could see it wearing down right here where it connects in, but I can't confirm that because I'm not going to have these for long enough to be able to test that, because these were actually sent in to me from a viewer of the channel. Without saying any more there, I want to get into sound. Once again, when I think of a professional studio headphone, this is what I'm going to think of as far as sound goes, because if you're comparing this to the M40X and the 598 CS, this is actually the winner, and this is a $120 set of headphones on Amazon. And as far as build, sound, everything goes, I see this as a clear winner over both. And I mean, that might sound crazy because I praise the 598Cs all the time. The Cs are the closed back 598s. And I said some good things about the M40X, but if you're looking for a closed back headphone in the $100 to $150 range, this is them at $120. Bass extension is actually very, very, very good. It surprised me a lot, and that's because these have a reasonably large driver in them. Well, partially because they have a reasonably large driver in them. But I mean, I could get these down below points where I couldn't hear anything frequency-wise, but I could still feel the driver moving. These push pretty deep, so beyond the range of my own hearing, and still extend reasonably well volume-wise into that range. Mids are relatively intimate, not like HD 600 intimate, but they are more so than I would say on the M40Xs, and probably more so than on the 598Cs. Soundstage isn't ruined though. I mean, there is decent soundstage, and everything seems really tight. That's the best thing I can say about the sound as well. It seems relatively neutral. Bass is a little bit bumped up, it feels like, but overall everything just sounds extremely tight. Obviously, they're not perfect headphones. You're going to hear little things here and there. They're not going to be as detailed as 600s or, as extremely detailed as, other crazy studio monitors out there, because these are $120 headphones. But overall, as far as build and sound is concerned, I'm ridiculously impressed with these. I mean, to the point where I've been using these, almost exclusively when I've been working on music myself. I did try several different sets of pads on these. I tried ZMF pads, lambskins, I tried alpha pads. I tried to fit HM5s on here, but that didn't really work out very well. a few other things here and there. But really, the stock pads sounded the best to me. Alphas made them a little bit more V-shaped. While alphas were a little bit more comfortable, I just wasn't a fan of that. I liked the neutrality that they had to begin with. And overall, I'm going to say that if these can seal on your head, because I have heard that you lose a lot of bass, of course, if they don't seal on your head. And some people did have that issue because these are relatively large rings. So if these don't seal on your head, that might be a slight issue. But if these seal on your head, these are a pretty dang good deal for the price. And I'm going to say that this has got to be my, if you're spending $150 or less, actually probably, because I haven't reviewed many closed backs. I liked Argon. Really, I don't think I've heard anything under $200 that I liked as much as this as far as a closed back headphone is concerned. I mean, M560, that's a, well, closed/open headphone, and that's right at 200. But I mean, I think these take the cake in the budget range as far as your closed back headphones are concerned. Guys, I really appreciate you checking this out. I have some really interesting stuff on the way. Like I said, I've got multiple speaker reviews, as well as some videos, like I may have said last time, on producing, mastering, as well as other kinds of tech. Let me know in the comments what other tech you guys are interested in seeing, or what other concepts you're interested in seeing, because I'm kind of, I want to stick to audio as my core, but I really do want to branch out. Things like mechanical keyboards and stuff, I thought about that, but they're kind of hard to come by. I mean, they're kind of expensive, and it's not one of those things where like everybody's going to be willing to send them in to me, because I have looked into that a little bit and I just haven't had much success as far as like finding things to review in that area. Plus, to be honest, I don't know that much about mechanical keyboards, so it'd be something that I'd have to do a lot of research on and spend a lot more time learning it. I thought a little bit about cameras, because I do have 2 cameras here, but obviously I don't have a ton of cameras to do reviews on. So, throw me some ideas. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys interested in besides, amps, DACs, headphones, and speakers? Because like I said, those are always gonna be my core, but I kind of want to branch out from that and kind of grow as a channel and as a community, and kind of move into other areas that we find interesting. Because I mean, while a lot of you I'm sure do love the audio reviews, you're only going to be looking at a pair of headphones for so long. Eventually you're going to want to look at other things, and I'd really like to kind of reach out and see what else I can cover. Anyway guys, I'm rambling. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Peace.